Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Pokemon, but this is straight up disappointing. In this video, we're going to be discussing the brand new Pokemon Legends ZA trailer. I waited to make this video because I wanted to let it sit in my mind and see maybe if I like it better, maybe if I hate it more, but that's just not true. I do not like it more. I don't want to repeat what everybody else has said regarding how disappointing the trailer is, but I have my own story to tell about this. The whole reason I even found out that the trailer was dropped is because I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw a meme saying, "Ain't no way these are the starters for Legends ZA." I genuinely thought it was fake at first, so I did what any sane person would do, and I looked it up. It was real. I felt nothing but disappointment. The very next thing I did is I watched the trailer, and I wasn't impressed, to say the very least. I really wanted for this game to be set in the past like Legends Arceus, but obviously it isn't. I can accept that. It's not a crazy change that'll ruin the game, and in fact, it might save the entire thing. The real issue is the starters, if we're being honest. I've seen many videos of people defending their favorite starter that finally gets a chance to shine. Tepig, Chikorita, and Totodile. Don't get it twisted either. There are plenty of people who are happy with one or two of the Pokemon in the starter trio, but this is undeniably not popular. Although I absolutely love Tepig, I can admit that it should not be in the game. Everybody has been speculating on this game for a year. So much hype just to be killed with Pokemon that no one really likes. Chikorita doesn't really need an explanation. One of the weakest starters ever. No one really likes it. Totodile is the only semi-popular starter in this trio. I personally have a tradition of never, ever, ever picking a water type as my starter out of spite for getting cooked by water types in Pokemon X with my underleveled Fennekin. Moving on from the starters, there are some other issues. Graphics. Listen, I'm not the type of guy that's going to be like, yo, these graphics are bad, I hate this game, I'm never going to play it. But I am the type of guy to recognize trash graphics like these balconies. Why are they painted on the building? There are just certain elements of the game that I'm worried, if I'm being honest. One of these elements is being confined to just Lumio City. Now, I know certain games are very good even though they're only in one city, but those games aren't made by Game Freak. Things like GTA 5 have love and passion behind them, whereas Pokemon does have love and passion, but the most important thing to them is money, sadly. Let's be honest with ourselves. Pokemon games have not been delivering lately. Most people are bored after a few hours and think the game is empty unless you're talking about the amount of glitches in it. I have no faith in Game Freak to deliver this game well after that trailer. I would love to be proven wrong, don't get me wrong, but I just don't expect it to happen. Unless there's a Mega Charizard Z. By the way, I just want to make it clear that graphics isn't my main issue because I love games such as Ocarina of Time, which has incredibly terrible graphics. But I also have games that I love like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. They're both from the same Legend of Zelda series, but one of the things that really encapsulated me about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is just how beautiful the game was. Graphics aren't the most important thing, but when you have gameplay like Pokemon where it just hasn't been interesting for a while, you need graphics. Ocarina of Time was just one of those games where graphics didn't matter, first of all, because they didn't have the capabilities for it at that time, but because it was genuinely a fun game with a good story, and it was very enjoyable. Breath of the Wild doesn't need as good graphics as it has. It's just an incredible game, even if it had Ocarina of Time graphics, but because it has those Breath of the Wild graphics, makes it even more memorable. Overall, I simply don't think based on that trailer, Game Freak can deliver a great or even good game. Like I said, I think it'll be okay, but I'd be happy to be proved wrong and have an incredible game. Also, the arguably most important thing in Pokemon is the starter Pokemon, which everybody is disappointed in. They better save this with the storyline. I better see a Mega Zygarde. Thanks for watching this video, and let me know what you think about in the comments below, but please don't give me any hope. By the way, I'm not the only one that hates the idea of Mega Flygon, right?